When adding polynomials, basically what we're doing is we are combining like terms. And we need to keep in mind that like terms have identical variable parts. So if you look at this answer here, or this problem here, it says find the sum, write your answer in standard form. The first thing we should do always, ladies and gentlemen, is change all subtraction to addition. Keep, change, change. Keep, change, change, and keep, change, change, keep, change, change. Now, we have parentheses here, excuse me, but they really don't mean anything now that everything's adding. So if you'd like, you can rewrite the problem by dropping the parentheses. I'm going to throw a 1 in front of the x, so I remember that it's a 1x. Okay, again, these parentheses don't mean anything because all we're doing is adding all the way straight across. So I'm just rewriting it without the parentheses. That's just a personal thing if you like to do that or not. Alright, now let's combine our like terms. What like term do we have to a negative 8x to the third? Remember, identical variables. So this is not a like term because this is x to the third and this is only x to the first. So if I look all the way down, down here have also some x to the third term. So if I have negative 8x to the third plus negative 3x to the third, that's a negative 11x to the third. Piece of advice, cross them out. You've got a lot of terms here, we don't want to forget any. Okay, so now let's look here. We have a negative 1x, I'm sorry, positive 1x. Like terms, negative 2x, and I think that's it. So if I have 1x plus a negative 2x, that's a negative 1x. Now I have negative 9x squared. Another x squared term is this 8x squared and this 4x squared. If I combine those, negative 9 plus 8 is a negative 1 plus 4, that's going to be 3x squareds. And then I'll cross those 3 out. Then I have a 2, a 4, and a negative 1. 2 plus 4 is 6, plus a negative 1 is 5. Cross those out and just make sure that I didn't miss any. Now we're not quite done because it does say to write the answer in standard form. Remember, standard form means the degree of each term is decreasing. So if you look here, our biggest term is this negative 11 x to the third. Our next biggest term is this 3x squared. Our next term is a negative 1, so you can write it as negative 1x. I'm just going to write it as a negative x. You could write it as minus x. And then we have our plus 5. We can't combine any more terms together because they're not like terms. Okay, so this is how we add polynomials together, change all subtraction to addition, and then combine like terms. Let's look at one more example. Same thing here. Let's go keep, change, change, and make sure that these are all addition. So now that we have those all as addition, let's go ahead and combine our like terms. Parentheses don't mean anything, I'm not going to rewrite it this time, but we have 6x squared and we have a 1x squared term there. That works out to be 7x squared. And negative x, that's a negative 1x and a negative 2x. When you combine those, you get a negative 3x. And then we have 3 plus negative 7. That's a negative 4. This actually ends up being in standard form already because the degree of each term is decreasing. Remember, we can write this back as a subtraction problem. Oops. These are equivalent. So again, change everything to addition, combine your like terms, and make sure to write it in standard form.